Whenever you consider instructional materials to use within your lesson, you might consider these things. You should consider the purpose of the material. Is it intended to provide drill and practice? Is it telling a story? Maybe it seems to be designed just to give general information. Perhaps it would be really good for enrichment. And maybe you see this as a great way to provide remediation. Next, consider the content. Is the content accurate? Does it have bias? Is it designed to only provide one side of an issue? Does it contain misinformation? Maybe consider whether the content's at the right level of detail. Does it really give you the information that you need to help your students meet your objectives? You also need to consider your intended audience. Think about whether the content will be at the right level for your intended audience. Is it going to be too easy or maybe too complex, or is it just right? Think about the level of complexity. Is it very detailed or very general, and is that right for your learner? Does it scaffold the information that you need it to? Does it provide vocabulary at the appropriate level? Next, think about engagement. Is the learner expected to do anything with the resource or interact with it in any way? How likely is it that the learner will be cognitively engaged? Will this really cause them to think about the topic or the content? Think about accountability and feedback. Is there anything that holds the learner accountable for paying attention or engaging with the content? If the learner does need to do something, like answer questions, does the program or the application give any kind of feedback to the learner immediately to let them know whether they're right or not? Consider access to the material. Does it require a login, which might slow you down in class, but on the other hand, a login might also let you track student progress? Will students need any specific software, or maybe the application is device specific? For example, maybe it's an app that's only available for the iPad. Certainly, these aren't the only things to consider when selecting material for use in your lessons, but if you at least begin to ask yourself these questions, you'll be able to make better choices for you and your students.